morning, it's your host Shawn Spilman. We are live at Blueprint Studios. I am more than honored with my guest today. He's a wonderful human first, a wonderful spirit. He's a businessman, he's an author, he's a CEO of a record label. He inspires people through his positive music, and none other than my great brother James O'Terry, AKA Grande Gato, is here live for all the viewers here today at Blueprint Studios. I want to thank him for coming. Thank you for coming today. Today there's a digital wave that is so powerful, my brother. You know, you and I come from a time era where the vinyl was very popular, the house parties, the DJs. Not only do you incorporate the digital area, I see you on YouTube. I see you do some amazing things. You just had a listening party, which we were blessed to be a part of at Earshot.
Yes.
Yeah, and the food from Ivory Rhythms.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
Shout out both of them. Very good. And so I watched you incorporate something most people can't do. You took the old and new and gelled it together kind of with real smooth. So can you tell our viewers, how are you able to reach the youth with your music, with the digital area, and still have something for us well-seasoned folks with the vinyl? Can you tell them that, please?
Basically, I'm able to kind of bridge the gap. I feel like I'm not too old to understand seasoned people, you know what I'm saying, and not too young to where I am disconnected from the seasoned people. The younger people, you know, can relate to me because of what I do. I do rap. Music is a way to the youth, you know. It's a vehicle that you can really reach them. I used to, you know what I'm saying, be a DJ back in the day, and I transitioned into a rapper. I rap in English and Spanish. But yeah, so I feel like I kind of got the best of both worlds because I grew up on like the old school hip hop, you know, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, you know, Biz Markie, you know. But then I turn around now, you know what I'm saying, and I listen to people, you know, OT Genesis, you know what I'm saying, all the other people that's coming out now, you know. But I kind of flipped it a little bit because I am seasoned. I feel like I try to say a little bit more. I have a responsibility to kind of, you know, try to reach some people and let them know some things that might enlighten them and help them, and which is the nature of my company. For those who don't know, I do like positive rap, Christian rap. I do it in English and Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to let people know, you know what I'm saying, there's a different way you can go out here. You ain't always got to go the ways that you see in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of friends that did it that way, but I chose to take a different route. You know, some of my topics, we talk about like cancer. I'm a cancer survivor, so I got a rap song about cancer. I also talk about, you know, walking by faith, overcoming hurdles, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's a lot of things like that I try to do to bridge the gap between the young and the old, because the youth, they see me, you know, I've done clubs, you know, we performed in clubs, we performed in Miami, you know what I'm saying? So we get out performing on, but we also, you know what I'm saying, do churches. You know, a lot of the older crowds, you know, they're in the churches or whatnot. We do those too. So, I mean, I feel like I kind of got the best of both worlds. I can go back and forth, not change the message, but still bring it in a way that both can relate to. And that's kind of like what you're talking about, bringing it all together. I actually got 4 published, but this was the first one I wrote. And it's called About GOT. I keep my stuff real simple. I try not to get all, you know what I'm saying, complex and over people's heads. I just keep everything simple. I was just talking about why I chose to do the music I do. It tells about each album, each song, why I wrote it, you know, what I hope to do with it. It talks about how I was able to do songs like get songs on 102 Jams, but also at the same time, I still, you know, maintain the underground vibe to it. Still, you know, little commercial, little underground. I never kind of went full-fledged either way, reaching people, you know what I'm saying, and also too, not just blacks, not just whites, but Hispanics, you know. I have rap songs in Spanish too, so it's like I'm trying to really, you know, get unity among everybody, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. The books, like I said, each book talks about a different level in my walk, you know, in the music and my personal life. This book mainly just talks about when I came out the grind, you know what I'm saying, the CDs, everything, what each song meant. I had another book called Breaking Stereotypes. This one came out, I was actually teaching BED, and you know, Cooley Cash was one of my students.
Yes.
A lot of people, you know, that rest in peace, Cooley, Dante Ross. But you know what I'm saying, I talk about when I was teaching him and other, you know, at-risk kids in school, the ones that were labeled too violent to be in society. You know, Dante was actually on one of my videos that aired on BT. But this book just talks about just when I was teaching school and trying to really, you know what I'm saying, do something else aside from the music to reach them, you know, kind of like really grassroots way teaching.
Wow.
And then I had one more book, this one right here. This is actually my latest book with my wife. It's called Press On, Making a Way Out of Norway. We actually have another book together, but I don't have that one with me. But this one just talks about just, you know, when it seems hopeless, you know, you just walk by faith, you know what I'm saying, God will make a way. I mean, you know what I'm saying, even if you don't see a way. So that's what this is all about. Even with this music, I ain't have no deal. I ain't have no other labels trying to sign me. You know, and I knew by the nature of what I did, they wasn't going to sign me. So I had to get out here and make it happen myself. So that's pretty much what this book talks about. And this is the one that really is like right now, you know what I'm saying, tells about how I was able to do it. I'm 12 CDs strong, 6 vinyl records strong. I have that video I told you about on BT called Press On. You can go on YouTube, check it out. And then I still got my camp that I'm putting out too, my wife, a couple other artists, you know. So I mean, we're trying to hang in there, and I've been able to sustain, like I said, through grind and faith, man. So
You said something that caught my interest. You said you weren't signed, and basically because of the message, the positive message you put out, you kind of knew they wouldn't sign you. How do you, in a world where negativity sells, stay true to your core values and positivity?
God keeps me grounded, you know. When you are trying to walk your walk, I mean, I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying. I have my faults too, but what I'm saying is, I try to stay real. I try to practice what I preach first and foremost. Cooley Cash and all them, when I used to teach, they see me actually, like I tell them to do something, but then they actually see me doing it myself in the classroom. A lot of kids, I think, respect you, and adults too, when they see you do what you say. I mean, it's one thing to sit there and be talking about something, but it's another to actually try to do what you say. I think people appreciate that. That's real, you know, so that's what I try to do. Yeah.
Thank you. So, you touched on the core values, and Cooley Cash, Dante Ross was a great young man out here. And we see that there's so much negativity that happens through our music now, and it's kind of glorified. And not to try to touch on the same thing, but I'm trying to take it to a different angle. From the financial perspective, you produced all these yourself independently, which I'm assuming, like anything, costs money.
Yeah.
So how could you, from your example, teach children that want to do something positive, but teach them the business side of it? Because apparently somewhere you're making decent money, not trying to get into the business side, but I've watched you perform places where most people can't perform. You're able to shoot videos, you're able to put out albums, books. So on that kind of that same light, what would you say from the business angle? How can somebody market something positive? Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. One way I try to stress, even with them when I was teaching them, a lot of people was telling them because they were in BD. For those who don't know, that's like they labeled it the bad kid class, the violent class. But I told them, I said, even though y'all ain't here, if you get your mind right, I said you can go to college. They used to sit there and they would ask me, Mr. Terry, how much you make? I told them, I'm real. I said, I ain't have no problem. I go cash my check during lunch. I come back and I show them. You know what I'm saying? And I made about $24,000 a year, so you roughly 2 G's a month. It's legal money. This ain't hustle money, you know. And I mean, you know, I get off every day at 4, got my weekends free, holidays. I was trying to tell them, you know, it's a different way to do stuff. You don't always have to get out there and do the negative stuff. That's how I was getting my money on. It's funny. I came back from college, and you know what I'm saying, and I said I'm gonna stay with my mom and dad for a little bit, bank my money. See, people thought I was staying at home with my mom and dad just because I was just lounging. I was like, nah, I'm actually banking my money. I make $24,000 a year, but I'm banking it. And I no rent, and you know what I'm saying, the normal bills like that, and I was able to stack that. So then I was able to put myself out, the books, the records, you know what I'm saying? There's always a way to do something if you really put your mind to it. I try to tell people that if you put your mind to it and really, you know what I'm saying, get out here and work hard, you know what I'm saying, pray, keep it positive, you know, you can do it.
For people that may want to purchase your vinyl albums, your CDs, your books, tell them where they can find it. Do you have a website? Are there certain stores they can go to? How can they reach you?
You can first the website, you know what I'm saying, you can always go there. My website is soulfulproductions.com, and it's spelled SOULFULLPRODUCT SPILMANFILMS.com. And the reason why we call it Soul Full with 2 L's, our soul is full, because we spread the good news through what we do, you know what I'm saying? Spreading, that hope and faith. And you can find our stuff at different places. We got them in stores like the Ave, you know what I'm saying? We try to keep it in the hood, but also we also got in addition to stores in the hood, we have it at stores like Earshot, where y'all came and the commercial stores, you know what I'm saying? Commercial retail stores. We also have it in the libraries. I told you I'm real. I know some people don't have money out here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, homeless people, you know what I'm saying, go to the Central Library all the time downtown. My books in the public library. They can check them out and read them. They ain't got no loot. They still can enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? Get some messages of hope and inspiration. We try to keep it, you know what I'm saying, real. The music, same thing. You can find music in the Ave. You can also find it in Records Exchange, but you can also find it on iTunes. We got our stuff on. You need to just look up JOT on iTunes. Also, Mrs. Crystal Benita Senorita, my wife. We also have records and vinyl stores, a couple vinyl stores around town. And they got this up in the, this is one of our records right here. And it's got like the cancer song on it I mentioned before. It's got some other songs on it in Spanish as well, like Cristo, which just means Christ, you know what I'm saying, in English. So I mean, we got that at Underdog Records, that all vinyl store, some other stores. We also got these CDs, the actual physical copies of CDs. We got me and my wife's CD right here. You got my little boy on the back. You can find that at the Ave Record Exchange, you know what I'm saying? Even the stores all the way up down North Carolina, Greensboro, you know what I'm saying? We got them in Raleigh, we got them in Durham, you know what I'm saying? So wherever you go, you can usually find our stuff. And this is my camp right here, North Carolina Street Heat. They've been down with me since day one. They know how I get down there. They do a little bit different music from what I do. They get down with the regular rap, you know what I'm saying, and all that. But at the same time, these are my boys, these are my homies. I kept it real with them since day one. Even though I do the positive stuff, we still hang, we still kick it. You know what I'm saying? You seen them. They were at Earshot with me. They performed at the field with me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Brother James, I want to thank you, and the live audience, I want to thank you. At Blueprint Studios, the staff here wants to thank you. We appreciate you all coming today. We also want to thank our sponsors, but one sponsor, our new sponsor, we want to give them a big shout out. If you like hot dogs, or subs, or hoagies, or french fries, don't forget to visit Hot Dog City. Everybody in Winston knows Hot Dog City. So the hot dogs that were provided today come from Hot Dog City. This is your host, Shawn Spilman, and we pray you have a great day. Thank you so much. Hey, we want to thank Hot Dog City for the great hot dogs. This is Shawn Spilman at Blueprint Studios. The guests today, the participants, thank you for this great hot dog from Hot Dog City. Thank you so much. Great hot dogs.